What's going on, guys? I'm going to cut straight to the chase here. This video is going to be very candid. It's going to be in a similar vein to the My Business Failed video, which a lot of you liked on the channel. If you're a YouTuber or if you're interested in the inner workings of a madman, then you'll find this video very interesting. This is essentially just my inner thought process. And there's two reasons why I'm making this. One, just so you guys know what you can expect from my channel going forward. And number two, I want to just help people who are watching this who are perhaps trying to build their own YouTube channel. You can avoid some of the traps I've fallen into, hopefully. So let's talk about the state of my channel over the last 3 months. I've been soul-crushingly aware that I've not really been gaining subscribers over the last, 90 days. I've been gaining subscribers, but I've also been losing subscribers at the same pace. This is very demoralizing for me. But with that said, I've been experimenting with my content, you've probably seen, for a little while now to sort of, try and figure out what works for me. And I think after all of that experimenting, I've finally come to the conclusion which I've needed to come to myself. Sometimes you've got to learn the hard way, I think one of the biggest problems I currently have with my channel is that my core audience, my G's, my ride or dies, they're all engaged in my other stuff. They're in my Discord, they're chatting amongst each other, they're active on my Instagram, but they're not really engaged with my content. Like sometimes they are, sometimes they're just like, whatever. They kind of watch the video, they're not engaged. And that really upsets me. If you're a content creator, you have to take what your audience says with a bit of a pinch of salt, right? Because if you offer people a poll, right, and say, do you want this type of content or this type of content, they'll choose the more attractive option which fits their ego. So if I did a poll and said, do you guys want to see content about making money, or do you want me to play Call of Duty Zombies for 10 hours straight on stream? That's a dumb example. Okay, but like some Minecraft funny moments videos, okay? All of you would choose the business money video, right? Because that fits your ego. We don't want to really admit to ourselves that we would watch bullshit brain rot content. But on the most part, what people say they want from content isn't necessarily what they actually click on. Does that make sense? So you do have to take it with a bit of a pinch of salt sometimes, but when it comes to core audience, you don't really have to take it with a pinch of salt because they're already bought into you. So the fact that my core audience isn't really engaging with my videos is a big problem. It means there's something wrong with my videos, So for a while I've been torturing myself, I'm constantly asking the questions in my head, why? Why are they not really watching the videos? Why are they not engaging? Why do they not comment? And I think it's down to a few things, but mainly really one big thing. I've had this very airy-fairy personal brand approach where basically I'm just thinking to myself yeah, people will watch really whatever I put out because they like me as a person and they're bought into my personal brand. And so I don't need to think too much about what I put out there. I just need to turn my camera on and be myself and people will really like it. And it was actually a week ago where I was in a group call with some of my students from the Academy of Excellence, and one of them asked a question. I can't quite remember what the question was, but it was basically, Sam, I want to do this thing, but I'm here. How do I do it, And my answer was basically giving an analogy. You're down here, you're level 2, and you're trying to slay the level 10 dragon, right? But the thing is, you're going to get fucking shit on every single time. It's not going to work. You need to do a bunch of side quests and level up before you're on the level of the dragon and you can kill the dragon, right? It's like you're trying to defeat the ender dragon with a fucking wooden sword, It's not gonna work. Well, it could work if you're an absolute fucking legend, but you get my point, right? You're under-geared, you're under-leveled, you're gonna get shit on. It's gonna be very, very, very difficult. And the interesting thing is one of my students actually called me out, which I really appreciate. I appreciate when someone can give me honest, sincere, constructive criticism. And don't get this twisted, guys. I get a lot of criticism. I do. I get so much criticism, but most of it is from Shorts comments. That's another thing, the Shorts content is going to change as well. We'll get into that. My point is, constructive criticism, great, especially if it's from your core audience. But there's so many people who are very quick to criticize, even though they're not involved in you, they don't give a fuck about you, and they've not fucking achieved anything that you even remotely want to achieve. So be careful who you accept criticism from. Make sure it's someone who's genuinely bought into you and wants the best for you, or if they have something that you want. Anyway, my student called me out. He said, that's what you're doing, Sam, with your channel. Is it not? You're trying to slay the dragon, you're trying to be this like big personal brand, but you've not actually done the time in the trenches. You've not done the side quests. I've certainly done the work in the trenches for video editing, which is why my Academy of Excellence has proven so fucking excellent, because I've built up authority, I've done the work, and now I can teach people what I know and now listen, right? But in terms of my own YouTube channel and my own sort of personal brand, like I've not done that much for myself. I've done a lot for other people. I've taken other people's personal brands from, you know, 500 subs to over 2 million. I've assisted in many other personal brands getting to, you know, great heights. But for myself, I've not done that much. And something I've noticed is that before any big influencer you really look at starts making generalized videos under one big umbrella, they really hone in and focus down on one pain point. So you've got Hamza with mental health. He really focused in and dialed in on solving people's pain point of mental health. You've got Goggins with discipline. You've got Huberman with health. Andrew Tate with masculinity. You've got tons, man. I could go through them all day, right? And now those guys have solved that pain point for their viewers quite excellently. If I was to listen to Huberman on a podcast, and for like 60% of it he talked about health, and it's like, yeah, this is really good. But then for the other 40%, he talked about more his personal opinions on dating or politics. I'm much more inclined to listen, and I'm interested to know more about this person because they've provided me so much value in this one pain point. They've smashed this one pain point, and now I'm actually bought into them enough to give a fuck about their opinions on other things. And also, because they've given me so much value, you know, Tate's given me so much value on sort of masculinity mindsets. If Tate has a bad opinion, which I disagree with, for example, how he navigates women, relationships, I can actually afford him that bad opinion because he's provided me so much value already, right? I hope you're following along. So now, if you take a look at my channel, right? My channel is absolutely fucking schizophrenic. Like, look at my last 12 videos. They're an absolute mess. There's no sort of theme here at all. And the thing is, I'm talking about so many different things under one umbrella, and I'm sharing so many polarizing different opinions that I'm actually turning people away before they've actually been able to buy into who I am, right? So for example, someone could subscribe to my channel for my business advice, you know, guys, tip your landlord, for example. And they watch that and are like, fuck yes, that I really resonate with that. I love tipping my landlord. Thank God for everything that landlords do for society. I love tipping my landlord. Subscribe. But then a week later, you know, they see my next upload and it's me shitting on red pill gurus and red pill advice, right? And they're watching it and they're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I wanted more advice on tipping my landlord more efficiently, right? I wanted more advice on business. I want to make money. That's the pain point I want to solve. And Sam, I like your opinions and advice in that direction, but now you're talking about red pill shit. I like red pill, Sam. I want to have 10 wives, for example, you know? I don't agree with you, but because I've not built up enough trust with this new viewer and they're now seeing a completely different fucking video, they're not going to be inclined to click on my next video, and they actually might be inclined to just unsubscribe on the spot if they really don't like my opinion, right? That's been my problem. I have not chosen one pain point to fucking dial in on and solve, right? And I'm bouncing around from topic to topic, and I have so many different opinions on things. People who are not bought into my channel just yet aren't willing to, you know, hear dog shit opinions. It's like when you open up Twitter and you see like the worst, like lefty opinion of all time, and you're just like, man, who are you? I don't give a fuck about you, block. That's kind of like the same effect I'm having with new viewers to this channel. I think the trap I've fallen into is that I'm seeing what influencers are doing now, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, that's working, I'll emulate that. But really what you should be doing is doing as they did at the start, because I am like 2,000 steps behind some of these influencers. I've not built up the goodwill and the personal brand to be able to afford some bad opinions, or not bad opinions, but opinions which my viewers might disagree on, right? I hope that makes sense. I really do think that's been my biggest problem. Just a complete lack of direction as well. Like, you know, I've just got this idea like, oh, I'll just turn my camera on and fucking yap away. And just like, you know, it's just, it's not invaluable. Like, you know, I think I do have good ideas and thought-provoking things to say. But in terms of bringing in new people who aren't already bought into who I am, it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge to really buy into someone who's so polarizing and so schizophrenic. So what are my videos going to be like going forward? It's probably the question you're all asking. Sam, you've got this new camera. You're looking fucking awesome in 4K, 30 frames per second. Hopefully the fucking camera's saying sense, don't fuck up. This looks awesome, Sam. What are you going to talk about then? Well, like, what sort of pain point are you going to solve for me? What value are you going to give me, Sam, instead of these schizophrenic rants on the red pill? I've decided that the pain point I'm going to solve is actually going to be money. And the reason why I've chose money is because I believe it to be one of the most important aspects as to why I've been able to make the transformation that I have. A lot of you already on the channel already know my story with the transformation, right? I went from a very fucking down bad dude, the most down bad dude of all time, to where I am now. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I have complete independence. I'm financially free. I'm location free. I'm influential. I have a fantastic network. I have the attraction of women. I have social skills. I'm not trying to flex on you, but I'm just trying to make you understand literally how down bad I was to where I am now, okay? It's a big difference. And I think the most important aspect of that transformation is actually just the accumulation of money. So many people will tell you that money won't make you happy. That is absolute fucking horseshit. If that was true, why are they not just giving away all of their money? That's fucking bullshit. What money gets you is options. You get fucking options. I'll give you guys a perfect example which like hurts my soul to even think about now, okay? I remember when I was trying to bulk up, I was trying to get bigger, which I needed to get bigger, guys. I was fucking skinny as shit. I'm still skinny now. I still need to bulk now. I remember I came to a crossroad and it was like, okay, do I cut or do I bulk? And it was obviously, the answer was bulk. I wanted to bulk. Everyone was telling me bulk, bulk, bulk. Sam, you gotta bulk. You gotta get bigger, Sam. But in my own mind, I subconsciously tricked myself that cutting was actually the right answer because I was a little bit skinny fat. Because subconsciously I knew I couldn't really afford to bulk. I could not afford to fucking bulk. I needed more money. Money will buy you options. If you want to improve your sleep, which will in turn improve your entire life, you need money. You need to be able to buy a mattress. You need to be able to buy the high-tech sleeping equipment, which will squeeze an extra 5 to 10% more efficiency out of your sleep, which will literally change your entire fucking life. If you want to eat the healthy food, guess what? You need money, man. The cheap food is all horrible garbage. Processed seed oils, garbage. If you want to eat healthily, you've got to have money. If you want to be able to afford the nice gym membership, that's a big pain point that I've heard from a lot of you guys, because I made a video, Beginner's Guide to Starting the Gym. Like, I got so many emails after that saying, Sam, I can't afford a fucking gym membership. Guess what, man? If you want to level up effectively and efficiently for your physique, you need money for a gym membership. You might even want to buy a coach, personal trainer. Do you see what I mean? Money gets you options. Now picture this. You're in a supermarket and you're buying some food and you have the choice between two pasta sauces. One of them's the Sainsbury's Basics, right? If you don't know, it's like, you know, the low tier, fucking very basic pasta sauce, okay? Or you can get, I don't know what a good pasta sauce is. This Italian one, you know, it's nicer. And it's like an extra £1 to have the nicer sauce. But because you have such a scarcity mindset with money and you're constantly scrambling around for cash, you go for the basic sauce, even though this one is gonna be so much better. It's actually more nutrient dense and you're going to enjoy your meal a lot more. You go with the basics because you don't have the options. Think about what that does to your subconscious mental health, your psyche, your self-image. I'm not even worthy of this fucking pasta sauce because it's £1 more expensive. That's going to fuck you up, man. It's going to fuck you up. And no one talks about this. They really like to romanticize the idea of like, yeah, guys, just fucking meditate 10 hours a day and you'll be A-okay. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You need options. Money gets you options. Money gets you abundance. There's nothing honorable about being broke. Nothing. I remember literally arguing with my mom because she owed me £20. Like, that is fucking ridiculous. And I'm sure there's plenty of you who are in similar scenarios to those right now. That's the pain point I'm choosing to solve because I think it's the most important aspect to achieving a transformation like mine, okay? And by the way, I'm not claiming to be some fucking guru, god, mastermind of money, but maybe I'm just a few steps ahead of some of you, and I'd love to, you know, offer my hand down into the trenches and drag some of you up with me, you know, because that's really important. While you can listen to someone who's insanely rich, right? You can listen to someone like Iman Gadzi, Alex Hormozi. There's actually a lot of value in listening to someone who's not at those heights just yet. They're doing well, but they're not like, you know, absolutely fucking like loaded, working with multi-million-dollar deals every day and stuff, right? There's a lot of value in actually remaining grounded to more of the level which you're at, because the advice is going to be a lot more applicable to you. So I'm not claiming to be a money god. I'm just a man on my own journey, and I'd love to help you guys out along my journey as well. That would mean a lot to me. It really will change your life. Like if you're struggling with really any of the pillars of, you know, self-development, mental health, physicality, dating, any of the pillars, gaining an abundance mindset with money will literally help every single one of them, no problem. Your self-esteem will skyrocket, and you'll enter a positive feedback loop, which will allow you to do more of the actions which will build you into the type of man that you want to be. So my videos going forward are essentially just going to be me trying to solve that pain point for you guys. And funnily enough, like the messaging won't change really that much. It's just how I package and frame things, which will have a lot more direction. I'll give you an example now. So I've talked about these red pill guru, like going in on the red pill guru videos, right? Which I've done, you know, a few times on my channel. Instead of making that video like, why the red pill is bullshit, the red pill is lying to you, the video would be framed and packaged in the way of why choosing the right woman will make you rich, why choosing the wrong woman will make you poor. Do you see what I mean? It's like a subtle change in just how it's packaged and how I talk about the topic, and it's geared towards solving that one pain point that you have. It's going to be far more effective. It's going to have a lot more direction, and I'm really fucking excited, to be honest. Like, I'm really excited to start. I've felt a massive lack of direction with this channel for a very long time, and obviously, again, I've been experimenting, but like, I feel very unhappy when I feel like directionless, you know? So I'm really glad that I've sort of finally figured this out for myself. Sometimes, guys, you gotta just learn the lesson yourself. You gotta learn it the hard way, you know? You gotta fucking throw yourself into the trenches and, you know, have a bit of a fucking scrap, and then eventually you'll learn, like, oh yeah, like, this is fucking dumb, right? That's just how it is. But just to be clear, I've never been inauthentic on camera, and I never will be. That's not going to change. Like, my videos are going to remain very authentic. I'm gonna keep it very real with you. I'm not gonna play any fucking characters, so you don't have to worry about that. With that said, if you're interested in the new direction of the channel and you want to make some money with me, let's fucking do it, bro. I think the value that you're going to get from my videos going forward is going to be significantly increased. And if you don't really want to stick around, that doesn't really interest you, you don't want to make money, why? It's all love. God bless. Namaste. Thank you for watching. A quick plug, I sell a YouTube Mastery Academy where I teach everything I learned from working alongside Hamza, building his channel from 500 subscribers all the way to over 2 million. And of course, what I've learned from helping other people build up their YouTube channels as well. Less publicly, but I've been involved in some big names. And of course, as you can see with this video, I'm still learning new things every day. The funny thing with me is I play the side character very well, but when it comes to applying stuff for myself, I struggle a lot more. So like, it's really fun. This might have seemed really obvious to some of you, like, yeah, Sam, your fucking videos are schizophrenic and they're not solving a specific pain point. It's like, that might have been obvious to a lot of you, but for me, it's like, it's funny how that works. It's really funny how that works. But I have a lot of really good shit to fucking teach, basically. I know a lot of really fucking good insights for YouTube mastery and building an influential brand. So if you liked this video and you want more stuff like this because you're building your own YouTube channel, I can really recommend joining the YouTube Mastery Academy. And also, it comes with the full Video Editing Academy of Excellence and the full Motion Design Academy of Excellence as well, which are two both fucking incredible offers. This package is designed to give you completely creative freedom over your own YouTube channel and all of the knowledge you need to build a successful brand. It also comes with a mastermind group which have some really big names in it, which I'm not going to name drop, but it's awesome in there. So if you're building a YouTube channel, check out the offer. Take care, boys. Ciao.